Welcome to Harbor Highlights. Today is Monday, March 24th.
We hope you had a great career day and teachers enjoyed their Friday off after conferences. On today's show, we have pictures from Adventure School and an interview with our orchestra teacher.
We also have another book talk and a weather project, this and more, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Giovanni.
To start our show, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Congratulations to our Harbor Lights 7th and 8th graders on the performances at the Orchestra Festival back on March 6th.
The 7th and 8th graders earned all first division ratings, earning them a superior rating overall.
A new school record was set that this year was the first year all West Ottawa orchestras earned first division ratings.
Here's our orchestra teacher, Ms. Zelko, to talk about more what they do to prepare and the benefits of being in an orchestra.
Zelko, what do you enjoy most about teaching students in orchestra?
So I actually started my teaching career teaching elementary music and working with young kids, and I really enjoyed that part of my job and that part of my career because it allowed me to work on base level skills with the students, really just learning how to read music and learning how to play instruments. But here at the middle school and working with the orchestra students, it has been awesome to be able to apply those skills with all of them and apply them to specific instruments and see how we work together as a team and as a unit in each group. We can't make music without each of the different sections and each of the different instruments, and so we sort of become like our own little family in each class, and it's awesome to see that progress.
Mrs. Zelko, tell us what a typical hour of class would look like.
Yeah, so students come in and we have a 5-minute timer set at the beginning of class. So students come in, unload their instruments, tune their instruments, get their music, just make sure that they're settled and ready for our class period together. And then we always start with warm-ups. We play scales, we play our open strings, just getting our brains sort of in gear to play music together. And then each day is a little different. On Mondays, we always do method book Mondays, which is the bane of all of the students' existence, but we still do it. Teaches them new skills, goes over all of those important things that we need to do to be able to perform at a higher level. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do technique like vibrato and some bow exercises with the 6th graders especially. And then Wednesdays right now, we do a lot of sight reading with 7th and 8th grade because we're preparing for Orchestra Festival. And I think our favorite day is probably Friday because we get to do YouTube Friday on Friday. So we watch an orchestra-related YouTube video. And then the rest of our class time is really just going through our music and making sure that we're prepared for our next concert and going over tough spots and being really picky right now because of Orchestra Festival, but lots of making music together.
Mrs. Zelko, what important events like concerts or anything like that are coming up soon?
Yeah, our orchestra students are busy preparing for Orchestra Festival right now. So we have our pre-festival concert on February 20th, and that's at the new Performing Arts Center at the high school. And then we have our festival performance, which is also at the new high school on March 6th. And then the 6th graders also have a concert on March 19th coming up after that. So lots of exciting things coming up soon.
Mrs. Zelko, how do you and your students prepare for concerts and the festivals that you mentioned?
So it really boils down to our rehearsal time in class and the skills that we need to be practicing in order to be prepared to play the music that we have. So that's where our Method Book Monday stuff comes in. We spend some time on Mondays going through some of those skills that are maybe new in our music and making sure that we have those things nailed down. But really on a day-to-day, we are looking at smaller chunks of the music and breaking things down, making sure we're performing the dynamics, making sure that we're using the right technique, that we're working together as a group and that we're producing the right kind of sound that we want, and really just doing things over and over and over again to make sure that we are prepared for festival. We don't want to go out on the festival stage having only looked at our music once or twice because we won't perform very well. So we spend a lot of time reviewing and going over things over and over and over again.
How do students progress throughout middle school from 6th to 7th to 8th grade? How would you say?
Great question. So sixth graders were working on really base level skills: good posture, good playing position, and note reading. They learn the bulk of the notes that we're going to play all the way through eighth grade when they are in sixth grade, and we really spend a lot of time reviewing and going over those things over and over and over again. Seventh grade, we put a lot more focus on refining those techniques and expanding the notes that we know, starting shifting and starting vibrato, so that when we are in eighth grade, we can start to apply those skills of shifting and vibrato to the music that we're playing right now. Our current eighth grade group does an amazing job of playing with vibrato and did some shifting already on their first concert this fall. So lots of progress that happens between those times from sixth grade to eighth grade, but a really amazing result at the end with the eighth graders.
Mrs. Oko, why is orchestra as a whole important for students as individuals?
Well, I know for me, it was a place that I found my closest friends and a place that I felt like I had a home and a family. And I certainly hope that that's what my students feel when they come in my room every day, that this is a safe place for them and that this is a place where they can find their community. But not just orchestra. I think all of the music classes we have here are important for students. It teaches you to access a part of your brain that you can't access doing other things in other classes, and it really helps you sort of incorporate your whole person into what you're doing. So yeah, there's a lot of science and math involved in what we do as far as how we play our instrument and the physics of that, and counting our music and the math of all of that, but there really is a big emotional component to what we do in this classroom, and I think that's something we can't get in any of the other classes. And I'm just so lucky that I get to work with great people like Mrs. Steinman and Mr. Lubbers and Mr. Schroeder and Mr. Howells and Mr. Genoviak here to provide that service to the students here at Harbor Lights. And we're really lucky that we have such supportive people in our district who want to keep music in the lives of our students here.
Thank you, Mrs. Oko, for joining us today and answering our questions, and thank you, Sue, for filming for us.
Please take the time to congratulate our students on their amazing accomplishments.
Some of our students were able to participate in the overnight trip to Eagle Village.
They had a great time, and here are a few pictures from the trip.
Thanks to Mr. Becker for organizing this trip and other teacher chaperones for this amazing experience.
Now for this week's general announcements.
Hi, I'm AJ.
And I am Jack.
We have many clubs and activities. Make sure to read the daily announcements for the latest updates for something that might sound good to you.
8th graders interested in being a part of the Student Senate in high school will be finding out more information during Academy.
Be involved in our Senior Survivor Homecoming, assembly preparation, prom planning, and more.
The application will be emailed to you next week.
We'll be having Thirsty Thursday snow cones this week. Wear your theme color for your grade.
The Pride Store will also be open this Friday, so keep earning those Pride bucks.
This week is the last week of the coin drop. We have raised over $700. Help us reach our goal of $1,000.
Shout out to Bring and Miss Carib's Academy for being the 8th grade top donor.
In addition to our donors announced last week, a special thanks to Lauren Sharp and Mrs. Steinman's Academy, Jay Zoko and Veld's Academy.
This Friday is the last day to donate, and we will find out what academy will be able to sit in the VIP section of our Unified versus Staff basketball game.
A big part of the American Heart Association's efforts is in education.
Maybe you've heard the saying, prevention is the best medicine.
There are so many things you could do to help prevent the top leading causes of heart disease.
We've already talked to you about exercising, eating right.
Today we want to remind you about getting good sleep.
Do you have any of these headaches, frequent sickness, memory problems, difficulty concentrating, mood swings, lack of motivation?
These are all symptoms of too little sleep. Sleep is so critical for your growth, brain, and function and emotional well-being.
Did you know your body releases growth hormone when you're in deep sleep, which helps with muscle growth development, bone growth, and repairing cells?
Sleep regulates metabolism, helping your body process food regularly and balance out your other hormones that you have to control your emotional well-being.
Did you know that you can learn while you sleep? That's right. Sleep helps your brain solidify the information you learn throughout the day.
It is recommended that you get 8 to 10 hours to sleep per day. That means you should be headed to bed by 9.
It is important to stay on a regular schedule with sleep, making it easier for you to fall asleep at that time by helping you set your circadian rhythm.
Alright, this is one of the easiest way to stay healthy. It's so important, and your body can't function if it doesn't get good sleep.
If you don't believe us, do your own research. Try it out and see if you can tell the difference.
Now for this week's book talk.
Hi, Ms. Cuning here with another book talk. This is another information book related to Women's History Month. And this week we're talking about women who have run businesses. So if you are interested in entrepreneurship or business, economics, check out this one, 31 CEOs Who Mean Business, Girls Who Run the World, and check out some of these different women who have done some really incredible things in the business world.
If you've been voting the March Book Madness, and they're already down to the final 4.
Help vote your favorites into the finals.
We have another great weather project created by our 6th graders in Miss Harrington's class. Let's watch.
Floods, tornadoes, not good things. They all happen here on Earth. But that's not a good thing. Since they're not good things, you need to learn what to do in an event of a not good thing happening on your hometown. Oh, how I love being outside. I sure hope water doesn't just start, To survive during a thunderstorm, what you need to do is you need to make sure that you stand inside and not outside, because, there's always a chance. Hails are not coolio. What do you do when ice comes from the big man upstairs? You go inside, or else you... Usually spinny things are cool, but too much spinny is bad. You need to go inside and shelter, or... Oh! Tornadoes are super spinny. That's still not a good thing. Why? Why, I hear you ask? Because if you ever wanted to be a Beyblade, now you can. Observe. Now stay inside, or else you can, end up like Hudson. Go inside or you're gonna get thrown into a warehouse.
Nice work on your project.
This is the second hour last show of the marking period.
Have a great week. Don't forget, be the best Panther you can be. Work hard, be respectful, be responsible, make good choices, and as always, go!